What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we focus on the All Blacks and their amazing, incredible haka. I am going to start it off with, Irish known or renowned Irish Scribe has suggested that the All Blacks should not be allowed to perform the haka in the test matches. I think that's utter rubbish. For me, I'm South African supporter through and through. The thing I look forward to the most is watching the haka, watching the face-off from the Springboks towards the All Blacks. It is one of the most greatest experiences I've ever experienced in 2011, where I got to witness the haka live in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I will never forget it, and it's such a powerful moment. You watch it on TV, I get goosebumps. The emotions run through you. It is just an amazing experience to watch. It is the tradition, it is cultural, it is amazing, and the fact that this guy is saying this is absolute rubbish. Look, I know there's a few people who would agree with him and say that it gives him an unfair advantage. He actually says this, an unfair advantage, and needs to stop. How many excuses do you need in order to beat New Zealand? What motivation is, come on, really? It gives him the gears and the boost. But you should use that energy that the All Blacks are inflicting on their opponents and bring it back into you. Let's go again to South Africa, for example. You watch back in the day, Bakkies Botha, even the Beast these days. You watch a haka when they're facing, they are getting pumped. They're getting emotion, like saying, yeah, bring it, we're going to bring it back at you. No problems at all that. It is awesome to witness and to watch on TV. I love seeing the reaction from the players to a haka, and I think it's amazing. Then there's also moaning and talking about Kappa Opanga with the whole throat grab thing. Come on, that is just also great little go at the All Blacks. I know they stopped it for a while, but then they kind of brought it back. I think that is awesome. When that haka gets played, I get excited. If you watch the stream on Saturday, where All Blacks played South Africa, I got excited for that one because they play that haka for the big intense games, pretty much saying that they have a lot of respect for their opponents, therefore they're going to play this or perform this personal haka that they performed in honor of these kind of events. And for them to say that, I think it's a bit rubbish, and I think it's something that shouldn't even be spoken about. It's a historic moment, and we've seen such great moments coming from it. I used to love watching Piri Wipu lead the haka, Carlos Spencer back in the day, Tano Umanga. I remember that. When I watched rugby, what triggered me to the Tri-Nations was watching the haka. I would go to my dad and say, okay, the team in black's playing, so does that mean we're going to see them do their war cry, or I used to say the dance? And my dad would go, yes, I get excited. That's all I want to see. Anthem's done, now it's time for haka. I'd literally, when you play Rugby 08 or all the rugby games that brought in the haka, I would wait to watch the haka. I think it's just one of the most greatest moments in World Rugby. And in order to experience it as an opponent, I think it will be electric. And now in the Rugby World Cup, where we can see the other Pacific Islanders perform against one another, I think it's absolutely insane and incredible. And just talking about it, I'm getting excited and get goosebumps because I think it's such an incredible occasion. And I know people moan about the crowds reacting, and I get that from a disrespectful point of view, but I love that too because it's giving the All Blacks a go. And maybe the mic needs to be turned up for when the All Blacks perform it. But having that little go at each other, I think it's just amazing. When you go olaying and then the haka and the battle together, I just think it's just unbelievable. So the fact that this guy, this Irish rugby scribe, has suggested this, I think it's absolute hogwash and shouldn't even be a thought. I must say, only point I sort of get with him, he says he also hits out of World Rugby's regulation that opposition teams must stand on their own 10-meter line when facing the haka, and why they were not allowed to react like they did in the past. Apparently, in 2011, the French Federation will fine £10,000 or euros for having the nerve to shuffle forward aggressively in response, all that stuff. To be honest, I half agree with that point. I like seeing a reaction. Look, I don't want to see like when Cobus Visa went nose diving to Jonah Lomu. That's a little bit too much. But I like seeing the walk forward, the the passion, just to show the All Blacks, all right, guys, we're ready for you. We're petrified too at the same time, but we're not going to play. We're going to perform. We're going to go at you too. I think it's absolutely awesome if that can be taken away. So instead of being on the 10-meter line, let them have a little war cry or a little go at the All Blacks. I mean, France did that incredible arrow, which I thought was electric. It's like, cool, we're coming for you. We're going to shoot fire and come for you kind of thing. And when 1995 Rugby World Cup, when the Springboks forced themselves to walk forward, it was electric. It's letting the All Blacks know and New Zealand know that, hey, we're passionate, we're ready, we're gonna come fighting for you kind of thing. And I just think it's just one of the most amazing things in World Rugby. And the fact that they suggest to take it away, I think it's absolute rubbish. It shouldn't even be a thought. It is a tradition. It's been part of World Rugby for so long. Is it because the All Blacks have dominated rugby for so long? Now, that's why we're using this as an excuse or that kind of thing, because it gives an unfair advantage. Hello, play your game, fight back, be determined, be passionate, and be ready for it. Don't use the haka as an excuse. Come on, Hokies. We got better things to moan about or to discuss than these types of things. So for me, haka is one of the greatest things in World Rugby. It needs to stay there. And what I would suggest is allowing the opposing teams to maybe give a little bit of a charge at them and have a little bit of fun of their own to just make it more electric in the event. That's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Always curious to hear your guys' thoughts on these specific topics. As for me, all for the All Blacks and their haka, I think it's an amazing part of World Rugby matches and their history. I think it's awesome. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on bell notifications so you're always notified for future uploads. And make sure you join me in the World Cup. Lots of videos, lots of streams all planned out for this World Cup. So make sure you join in, especially over the weekends. Thanks so much for watching. Always appreciate the support. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.